The morning sky hovered gently above the school assembly ground, calm and quiet, as though it knew something important was unfolding. A teacher's voice carried across the field, reminding the students that Christmas break was close, and that wherever they went, they carried the name of the school with them. Most students heard it and forgot it, but Eric didn't. He stood still, eyes forward, heart restless. The word ambassador echoed in his spirit, heavy, demanding, and personal. He didn't know why it bothered him so much. He only knew that it did. When the assembly ended, noise returned to the school like a flood. Eric walked faster than usual, as though he was trying to escape something chasing him from within. Two of his friends caught up with him, their words sharp with pressure. They spoke of Christmas like it was a reward, a season to let go, to enjoy, to do what everyone else was doing. They reminded him that he was no longer a child, that being careful was the same as being afraid. Eric listened quietly. Inside him, two voices wrestled, one urging him to blend in, the other begging him not to lose himself. Later that day, on the school field, under the harsh afternoon sun, the conversation changed direction. This time, it was about Zara. They spoke her name with admiration and mischief, describing her presence, her class, her charm. They nudged Eric gently, encouraging him to approach her. Eric tried to sound uninterested, but something stirred. That evening at home, Eric's words softened. His mother noticed the weight in his eyes, the kind that comes from thinking too much. She reminded him gently of who he was, and that no matter what, he could always talk to her. Eric smiled, but his heart was still unsettled. That night, alone in his room, silence pressed against him. The laughter from school replayed in his mind. So did the quiet convictions he had carried for years. He questioned himself. Was he afraid, or was he disciplined? He whispered a prayer, asking God for clarity. He didn't want to disappoint God, and he didn't want to disappoint himself. Then the phone rang. Pastor Daniel's voice was calm, but intentional. He had noticed the change, the drifting, the subtle struggle Eric couldn't hide. He asked to see him the next day. Eric agreed, his heart pounding. In the pastor's office, the atmosphere was different. No shouting, no accusations, just the truth. Pastor Daniel reminded him that people don't fall suddenly. They drift slowly, one thought at a time. He spoke of purity, of wisdom, of learning, to say no before temptation learned your name. Eric listened. After the honest discussion, Pastor Daniel prayed for him. And when Eric left that office, the storm inside him had not ended, but he now had an anchor. That same evening, in a beautifully furnished home, Zara sat quietly beside her mother. She was unusually silent. Her mother noticed. Zara was thinking about someone. She had always been admired, always desired. Confidence had never been her problem. But Eric was different. He didn't chase her. He didn't impress her. And somehow, that made him unforgettable. Later that evening, Zara laughed with her friend Vicky. Vicky spoke with confidence, assuring Zara that every boy eventually gives in once given a chance. Zara smiled and decided to test that theory. Days later, Eric gathered courage in a quiet school corridor. His words were simple. His heart was loud. A Christmas date. Zara agreed. And just like that, anticipation replaced peace. When Eric's friends found out, they celebrated carelessly. They advised him recklessly. They spoke without fear of consequence. Eric told them it would just be conversation. But temptation rarely begins with bad intentions. The night before Christmas, Eric prayed again. This time, fear accompanied faith. He asked God to guide his steps, to hold him when his strength failed. Christmas Day arrived, wrapped in lights and expectation. The restaurant glowed softly, festive and warm. Eric and Zara sat across from each other, both beautiful, curious, and worlds apart. She noticed his nervousness. Their conversation moved slowly, then deeply. Eric asked questions that reached beyond surface-level dreams. Questions about God, about purpose. Zara grew uncomfortable. That was not what she expected. She suggested they leave. They walked together under glowing Christmas lights. The night felt romantic, dangerously so. Zara suggested stopping by her house. Eric's steps slowed. His heart pounded. As they walked closer, Zara noticed his unease and teased him. But Eric wasn't playing anymore. He was afraid, not of her, but of disappointing God. At the gate, Eric stopped. His voice broke. He apologized, not just to her, but to himself. He chose restraint over regret, and then he ran. That night, alone in his room, Eric cried deeply, not from failure, but from how close he came. He prayed again. He asked God for mercy. This time, with relief, he chose God again. There is nothing compared to the peace that God gives to his children who obey him. Psalms 111 verse 10. It says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endureth forever." Are you keeping your way pure, or you are going down to the path of Egypt? I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in advance. God bless you. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to my channel, like and share. See you in the next video. Bye.